Welcome to the show where we talk about buying, selling, online selling, eBay, Mercari, Amazon, garage sales, estate sales.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, August 9th, 2022. How is everyone doing this morning? Lovely Tuesday morning. Lovely so far. Supposed to get some storms here, of course. It's Florida, so every afternoon we get storms. Ren, good morning. Welcome to the show. Christy, how are you, Christy? I see you made it. Christy's good. She's always commenting on after the show. Love to see that. Stuart, Franklin Hill Ventures, good morning. How are you today, sir? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a good Monday, start of the week. Tomorrow here, school starts pretty early. They're talking about pretty early because normally, well, when we were back home, school didn't start until after Labor Day. Here now, it's always August. Excuse me. Let's see. A rural squirrel. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. So today's just basically open mic. Whoever wants to come in, chat, has comments, has rants, whatever you'd like to talk about, questions, whatever you'd like to talk about. Come on in. The mic is yours. And we don't normally do that once a week. Don't forget, tomorrow is Swap Meet Wednesday, 10 a.m. Anyone can come in, sell 1, 2, 3 items. We'll do a round robin. Somebody will go, then somebody else will go, and just see if you could sell some items. If you're new, we'll help you out. I think the first time we did it, there was 3 new people, and just try to get you over the fear of doing it, basically. And then, a lot of people that went on with me early, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago now, whatever it was, when I started to do Swap Meet, they're all now doing their own. So, yeah, it's a chance. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Sent you a text days ago. The link is there if you want to come in also. And then Thursday, we have, I think her name is Clara from List Perfectly coming in. She's the CEO of List Perfectly, to come in to answer your questions about how List Perfectly can be used to forward your online reselling business. So that should be interesting. I don't use any cross-listing platforms yet, but I have been reaching out to companies to come on as guests and bring information to the crowd. Hello, Perlini. Perlini's probably one of my oldest friends on here, I think, from different chats. I call her my pen pal. Steph sells stuff by the seashore. Hello, good morning, good morning. Thank you for coming in. Ping G, how are you? How was the ham radio chat? Yesterday, I believe it was. Good morning. Clara is awesome. Franklin Hill uses List Perfectly. He had made a statement once that it is an integral part of his online selling business. Yvonne, Mom Knows Treasures. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody's saying that Facebook thing is supposedly just going to affect Facebook shops only. Yeah, I don't know. I've been reading it over and over again and listening to more. And they said that something like that because there is something, and I noticed when you go on to Facebook and you hit live shopping, usually women selling pocketbooks or speaking a language I don't understand. And so a lot of people put in a question like, well, what about the people doing online sales via Facebook? And the quick answer was, we're working on it. What does that mean? I don't really know what to say right now. I can't make a judgment call on that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, what comes out in the wash, as they say. Also, let's see if I can bring up the link. A lot of you know Melanie and Laura Bemos. I'm going on with them tomorrow afternoon to continue my liquidation sale. Let's see, is this the link for the show or the link to get in? I don't want to give everybody the link to get in. So this is the link. Tomorrow afternoon, I believe it's either 1 or 2 o'clock, I will be on selling with Melanie and Laura Bemos. And the way she said they do it typically is buy it nows. So I may be putting up stuff like pops and old Star Wars toys and Disney items and just say, hey, I have a box set of everything here. There's 20 different pieces and I'm looking for $25. Buy it now. First person that puts it in gets it. So I may end up doing that. Oh, the chat ran away. Facebook thing, MK. Probably just haven't figured out how to stop us from doing live auctions. They'll find it. It's their platform. I'm sure they'll whatever they got to do, right? Ham radio chat was via Echo Link. I really didn't want to become a ham, so encouraged me. Oh wow. Yeah, I haven't been on a ham radio since I was 16, I think. Long time ago. I was pretty much into CB radio. Actually, that's how I met my wife, was from the CB. And we used to, if you're into CB radios, where you were, instead of just the 23 channels, we used to go and have them clipped. So we would slide in between the channels. And I remember going to the high school parking lot because that was the tallest hill where in the city I used to live. And man, you would talk to people states away. Of course, I had an amplifier that you're not supposed to use, but yeah, it was really cool. It was good times back then. Good times. And we used to have meetups, CB radio meetups, which was cool. All right, everybody's saying hi, how are ya? Hi, how are ya? Excuse me. I used to like to use CB radio in my husband's truck and go on different channels, just say hi to people. Yeah. Haven't heard or been on ham radio since the late 80s. Yeah. Man, I can remember friends of mine that had the antenna, massive antenna next to the house. Massive. And then some of us had their CB antennas, and those were big too, but the hams were always on this structure, this steel structure tower going up. Fun times. CB radios now, some are desirable. Although back in the day, the mics and the Eagle mics and stuff like that, we used to go nuts over them. Then the gold one, gold plated, because of the sound. Then there was one, I had a Cobra bass unit, and the mic had a button on it where it would give you reverb stuff, reverb, like ladies, gentlemen, like that. Cool stuff. I have 2 CB radios over there, handhelds, that I picked up at an estate sale a long time ago, a year ago. Never fooled with them or anything. I should. There was a lady who lived here. She was a hammer. Thought she was. I joined Bama's chat the other day at 1:30. There weren't too many online, so I gave it a shot. They had to talk me how to navigate StreamYard. StreamYard's not that bad, and StreamYard has a ton of instructional videos. My dad has an antenna. People got nasty on there a lot. Yeah, I know that. The good thing was when you used it when you were driving. Like I think when a buddy of mine and myself took a trip to New York, the good thing is they would put out the watch out, mile marker 20 is a road trap or speed trap or whatever. That was the good thing about it. Nowadays, we have the radar detectors, and I can remember once I got stopped not too long ago. Well, a few years back in South Carolina or North Carolina, I forget. Radar detectors are illegal. And I guess I went by, I wasn't speeding, but the cop on the right noticed my dashboard. I guess he noticed the radar detector or something. Pulled me over. I whipped out the radar detector, threw it in the back. And he says, I says, what's going on? He says, you have a radar detector. I said, no, I don't. He says, I have probable cause that you have a radar detector. Shall I pull you out of the truck and go through the truck? And I says, you can't do that. He says, yes, I can. So I grabbed it and gave it to him. They do whatever they do, and it never worked again. I don't know what they do to it. It never worked again. I missed it, of course, but there's a fun. You went on. They actually chase people down on them things. Illegal in Virginia. That could have been the state then. I knew it was one of the states going home. That's why I like the old Fox ones, that nothing on the dashboard. You had the 2 probes that went in the grill of the front of the car. And then you have the base unit anywhere inside the truck or car you want. But I don't think they make those anymore. Now it's all one unit. Yes, they use codes to warn people. You're bad lying to the police. Yeah. What am I going to do? Sometimes that badge goes to their head. Because then I found out they can't pull you out just because they think you had a radar detector or whatever. But you're young or whatever, and they got the badge, you don't. They can say, do whatever they want, right? Right. So anybody wants to come in, the link's on the top. Be honest, they are nicer. Some like people, some. But like I said, I can remember, man, being management at Walmart, and somebody gets promoted to management, and all of a sudden they become an a-hole. They can handle responsibility, or they just can't handle it. It goes to their head. He was doing a public service. It's called Cop Watch. So what's everybody up to today? Anybody working on anything special? I don't know if you're all friends of mine on Facebook. I started taking pictures and moving some furniture. I'm starting to list furniture now. Haven't listed it yet. I started to take the pictures yesterday. And I was going through a bureau. Now we have 4-bedroom house. 2 of the bedrooms are set up as bedrooms in case family comes by. Oh, hey, Stuart, hold on. In case family comes by, you got a place to sleep. So I was moving one of the bureaus and I said, why is this thing so heavy? And there was paperwork in it and stuff. So I went on the very bottom and I'm pulling out the paperwork and I have these newspapers of that I've saved from being written up in the Boston Globe and the Boston Herald, the Orlando Sentinel, and I posted them on my Facebook page. I said, oh, this is cool memories. Gonna be nice out, so working outside. Cool. Stuart, what's happening?
Hey, Paul.
How are you?
Doing well. How's everybody else doing?
Good over here. I'm having the first cup of coffee. Yeah, me too. I woke up late and having a hard time sleeping lately.
Yeah, I've had my 2 cups of coffee. If I drink any more, I'd be jittery the rest of the day. So,
yeah, man, I had 4 yesterday. Sometimes I just can't get enough. So what's happening? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just getting ready for a couple of whatnot shows. Is what I've been spending most of my time on the last couple of days. That seems to occupy more of my time than anything now.
Yep. Let me ask, because hey, Record Crate Adam, how are you? I did a whatnot sale, 2 days ago. What was Sunday? Sunday, I think. Spent 2-3 hours putting it together, doing the prep work, adding the pictures and the description and everything. And instead of waiting a couple of days to get it promoted or whatever, I went on a half hour later. Epic fail. Jerry was in, and what I did, I have on this screen, I have the whatnot on my, because I don't use my phone, I use my desktop. On this screen, I had whatnot open as a guest, and I kept freezing. So instead of nice and steady, you're doing one of these. So I said, hold on, shut everything off, restarted the computer, come back on. It's okay for a second or two, then it starts freezing again. And I says, I don't know what's going on because now I have nothing open but whatnot. Hold on, did it again. Now they couldn't hear me. I fixed the mic, and so it was doing that over and over and over again, and I'm sure people were getting upset. I kept asking the people, I said, listen, you see everything on the left. Is there anything you want me to bring up instead of waiting for me to bring it up? Nobody was saying anything. So now I'm wondering, well, can they still hear me or what's going on? So my last sale that I did now granted, it's been a couple of months. I advertised it for a whole week and it was great. I got people in, everything worked fine. So are you doing yours the same time every day? Because I'm noticing there's a couple of people, same exact time every day. And now people are starting to know that, hey, 4 o'clock, what's his name's on? Hey, 2 o'clock, what's his name's on?
Yeah, I try to be consistent. I've been doing them every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And, I have noticed that I have a lot of the same people coming back every week. Last week was a little different because I did coins, and that's not something I normally do. I just happen to have a bunch of coins I picked up at different places over the years. And it was really successful, but it was like a completely new audience almost, with the exception of a few people. So going back to postcards tomorrow, those always seem to do really well. So
Postcards?
Yeah. And I've got a lot of like World War I era real photo postcards, a lot of ships and sailors, and a lot of really cool ones like that I pulled out of a house actually just earlier this week.
Nice.
So they're hot off the presses, so to speak. And then Sunday's the big Paper Palooza event. That's going to be 24 different ephemera resellers starting on Saturday at 11 a.m. and it'll go 12 hours on Saturday with 12 sellers all doing a 1 hour show. And then Sunday it continues starting at 11 a.m. Same deal from 11 to 11. I think I'm on at 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Cool.
So,
all ephemera?
Yeah, I've got a lot of what I'm doing on Sundays, mostly all 1800s, early 1900s, handwritten letters, receipts. It's a lot of this kind of stuff. I mean, it's
Okay, yeah.
a lot of cool letterhead stuff, canceled checks. I have a lot of Odd Fellows, one of kind of like the Masons, but they were the International Order of the Odd Fellows. I've got a lot of their stuff.
Yep.
So I've always done well with that type of stuff.
Nice.
So we'll see how it goes. So I usually do one show a week. So I've just got the one. I mean, I've got two this week. So.
Well, I know Chris from California. He's on, I think, at 4 o'clock every single day. What does he call it? Thrift store finds.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Yeah, I think he starts everything at $1. Never sells for $1. It's always selling for way more. But he's got these, I don't know, clothings that I have no idea what they are. But I think that was one of the problems I did. Then the other problem was I didn't give enough notice. I just, hey, I'm finished. Let me just try to get out there and sell the stuff. And I went on, and big mistake.
And there might be certain people who can do that who have a huge following, but I always try to schedule mine at least 3 or 4 days in advance, if not more.
Yeah.
So, and I do a lot of promotion on my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and even LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And that seems
normally I've done that too, but I didn't do any of it.
Yeah,
I just got so much going on
every day. I mean, I've thought about doing more than one a week. I don't know that I could do it every day. I mean, for one thing, just when you're selling, I mean, I source a lot and have a lot of stuff, but in a whatnot show, I'll sell anywhere between 20 to 50 items while I'm on. And, you got to really step up your sourcing game if you're doing that every day.
Yeah. Yep. I haven't been sourcing at all. And I say that. And then yesterday I was looking at buying a pallet of toys and it's like, oh my God, just cut it out, Paul. So, I mean, thank God I didn't. But, it's just, I don't want to buy.
Opportunity to clean out a whole house. Well, actually 3 houses that were all part of the same estate over the last, I started on it last week, and I'll probably still be working on it for the next couple of weeks. We've got most of the small stuff out. Now we've got to get, there's probably 15 pieces of furniture. So I've got to figure out where I'm going to put it. Because right now I don't have a storage unit, but there's a buffet. There's a dining room table with 8 chairs. There's a china cabinet. There's a bedroom suite from, probably the 1920s that's got a waterfall dresser and a matching wardrobe and bed and bedside table. And then the downstairs has a bunch of 70s stuff. I mean, you walk down the stairs and you feel like you're transported back in time to the 70s with the shag carpet and the wood panel.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So it's been fun.
Nice. Yeah, I know, Jerry. I know. That's why I kind of talked myself out of it. I have been, I think I told everybody I put a lot of stuff. I did 100 auction listings Friday and Saturday and on eBay. And I finally started listing some of my vintage postcards. I have some goes to like 1890.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll see how people tell me, I've talked to some people in the past, they list one postcard and they said one postcard could get me $10-20.
Yeah, and that's true. I've got so many postcards. I've just found, I guess time's worth money too. And I can sell, lots on whatnot. And I'm sure I'm not getting quite as much as I could get for some postcards on eBay or other online market.
Well, that's what I did. I listed them in lots. Like there's one all of Colorado. There's one that's all ships. There's one that's Michigan. and there was a lot I got from Massachusetts. I kept those for some reason. But why? What's going on? So we'll see. We'll see what I've never. I have thousands that I bought, and I have never put them on eBay.
Yeah.
I mean, I forget who it is. He has one of those portable scanners next to him, and he scans and does one postcard. It's like, damn, must take a long time.
And I guess they're easy to ship and everything. But
Oh yeah.
I tend to do lots. I mean, as I mentioned, for my show tomorrow and whatnot, I've got like, a whole bunch of like just ones of ships and submarines that are from World War One, and then I have a bunch of sailors and other military people from World War One, and
Nice.
then, a bunch of travel postcards from that same time frame, from probably the early 1900s to the teens. So
yep,
looking forward to that.
I just put my link, my eBay store link in, Yvonne. So the 127 garage sale is over now. It was this past weekend, right?
Yeah, I did not make it over. I mean, it was an hour west of Knoxville, and I'd thought about going, but I ended up having to work at my antique mall on Saturday, and we were cleaning out that house on Sunday, so we ended up not going.
I haven't heard too many people that went. I saw a couple of posts on Facebook. Good morning, Jen. How are you?
There was one girl actually selling live on Whatnot from the 129 yard sale. She'd get stuff during the day, and she was selling from her hotel room at night.
Oh, wow. I did see, because C2E2 was this past weekend, which is Chicago Comic-Con. And then the weekend before was San Diego Comic-Con. And what people had Whatnot sales right from the show floor, which was pretty interesting. So they're doing some different things that that you can't do on eBay, or that people are not doing on eBay, which is nice to see that. I didn't see the woman from the garage sale do it.
Yeah, people are getting really creative on Whatnot with what they're doing. I've noticed a lot of people now treating it almost kind of like these YouTube shows, where they're just getting on and talking, and not even they'll have shows they don't even sell, just more of a social time. And
that's cool. That ended up being like with me. I would turn the camera towards me like this, and I'm talking to Jerry in the chat. I'm saying, am I still is it still freezing? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I think the next thing I'm going to do with there's a seller, My 80s Baby, who's somewhere up in Michigan, I think. And I think we're going to co-host a show together. We sell a lot of the same type stuff. And, you can actually have two people own at the same time. Now, you can only sell from one catalog, but I think what people do is like you'll sell for 30 minutes on one person's show, then you'll both switch over, and open a link on your show. But, it just, sometimes it's nice to have two people, as doing this show every morning. You sit there and talk by yourself for an hour or two.
Right.
To have somebody to jump.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I've never seen two people on Whatnot together, because then when you sell an item, it's your sale. So then you would have to move to someone else's channel to get their item and their sold item.
Yeah, and I have heard that, like, if you know the person well enough, I've heard there are people who will send all the pictures over to the other seller, and they'll create the catalog entries for you. Then you just sell off that one user's channel, and then they just PayPal or Venmo you the money, and then they email you the labels, after the show, so you can ship it out. So, I don't know how easy that would be, but I did see something on Facebook where like a couple of users were doing that together. They would just, they'd do one channel one day, one channel the next, but they were just selling out of that one and emailing.
Right. But if let's say I did it with you, you're in Tennessee, and I did all the sales. The shipping for an item, saying going to Massachusetts, the shipping for an item from here is going to be more than it would be from Tennessee.
I think it's all, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's kind of like Poshmark. Everything's just, they've got a deal where everything's a fixed cost. It doesn't matter if it's going from, here to California or here to Arkansas, or, I know at least for the buyer, they pay the same price. And I'm pretty sure that, Whatnot's probably paying the same price regardless as well. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it. Hello, Harry Humstone. Thanks
yeah,
for coming in.
The only issue I could see with the shipping would be, when they sent, like if you were selling on your show and I'd sent you pictures and you're selling my stuff that's located in Tennessee, when you email me the labels, they're going to have your return address on it.
Right.
I don't know if that creates any issues when, it'll say ship from your zip code and I start dropping it off at my post office, but
I think there is. I think there is.
So I've just heard people do it. And if I co-host with this person, we're just going to each sell our own stuff, and we'll just, we'll do either 30 minutes or an hour, then we'll move to the other channel.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it. Perlini, then you remember wood paneling on the walls. We also had glass paint. Yes, I had that. Yes, a record seller was just playing music like a party. Yeah, as I was doing prepping mine, I was watching somebody selling Disney pins. And they were playing, I guess, the Pandora Disney Channel in the background. Now, I can't do that because when I start talking on the mic, I come through on the speakers. So I'd have to put Pandora on the phone or something and play it that way so it's not affected. I watch a wife and husband team all the time. I remember a lot of things. My grandparents owned cabins in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we always had wood paneling in our home that I grew up in the den. It was so dark in there, but it was the 70s, so.
Yeah, we had it back home too, but Massachusetts, New Hampshire, it's all like the big hard wood stuff. They have brochathons, one after one show, and then send watches to the next seller's show.
Yeah, and that's how the Paper Palooza will work this weekend. I mean, I think that the last 5 minutes, the next seller is going to come on as a co-host and, talk about their channel. Then you'll tell everybody, hey, so let's jump over to, Popeye's Postcards channel now. And then they'll sell for an hour, then direct them to the next. So
cool. Good morning, Amy. Good morning. Harry, Hot Mess Drifter, everybody saying hello. Hello, hello, hello. When I am there, I want to buy stuff, not chill and talk. Oh, there's a hardcore sourcing person right there. Roaches, just get over it. Wow. Well, I'm hoping tomorrow when I go on with Laura and Melanie, I hope to liquidate some stuff. So if anybody needs inventory, it might be a good chance to get some inventory. Because I'm in that phase now, liquidate. Oh, if I never see anyone wear a bro, and I don't either, Jen. I don't get it. I used to tell Brandon when he went to college, I says, why don't you wear a vest filled with all brooches? You could go to Disney World any day of the week, any month or whatever, and there are people wearing vests filled with pins. And people come up to them, hey, you want to trade that pin? What do you got? I got this pin, and they have lanyards full of pins. I could see that, but brooches, I don't know. I got this brooch. Yeah. I got this beautiful brooch. What is it? It's a remote control brooch.
Yeah, it's funny. I hardly ever see anybody wear them either, but we sell a ton of them out of one of the antique malls where I am. And then anytime I happen to have them, just that I've gotten in lots of stuff and sell them or whatnot, they always sell. So I guess somebody's wearing them.
Yeah, I don't get it. Perlene's, what's the deal? I've been in that phase for a while, but not many buying at the moment. Be interested to see how the con goes next weekend. Oh, Jerry, where is it? Let me know. Put it in the chat.
We just had a Comic Con event here in Knoxville over the weekend. I mean, I
Really?
didn't know, but
They make brooch frames to display on the wall. And wow, I didn't know that. I mean, granted, the only people that I've seen wear a brooch, I mean, I don't think this applies to anyone in the chat, would be an old woman wearing the old Cameo brooch, the standard Cameo silhouette, side of the face brooch. And that's it. I don't see anybody else. You go to Walmart or whatever. I don't see anybody wearing a brooch going shopping at Walmart.
I definitely think the brooch wearing age is skewed to the older end of the spectrum. So
yeah. Bought some of the yard sale Harry bought some this past weekend. So Harry, are you going to wear them like Sunday go to church brooch or something? I don't know. Hey Renee, good morning. Had to restart my phone. Now, I've seen plenty of brooches because there are plenty of people on here. Put a 1 in, just answer the question in the chat. Do you currently have a brooch that you're or brooches that you're selling or that you have purchased? Now I know Harry does. Anybody else? Do you have brooches that you sell, collect, or whatever? Put a yes or no in the chat because I have a question. I have an idea.
I sell them if I get them, but I don't ever actively look for them.
But you have some.
Yeah, I've sold them in the past. I don't think I have any right now.
No, I have not ruled against putting one on from time to time, Harry says. Mom knows treasures 1. Perlini, no. Promote the brooch.
And why are they not called brooches?
I don't know. Or just pins. I mean, because they're a pin, right?
If I get in a hurry and I see the word, half the time I'll go brooch.
Yep. Hot Mess has 100 brooches to sell. Harry 1. Not my favorite to get. Excuse me, whoever wears brooches, they sell.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
so cheap, it's hard to resist. All right. I have an idea for Monday's show. It's all about the brooch. All right, Monday's show. Let's have an ugliest brooch contest. Let's get everybody to send me a picture of what they feel is the ugliest brooch. If people can do the ugliest sweater Christmas thing, oh, here you go. Wait a minute. It's like the fruitcake. They just get passed around. No, I just started buying these a year. Everyone says you're going to costume jewelry. They would look now. People decorate, throw pillows with brooches, craft them, put in a couple of my windowsills, water can. Oh, they are like fruitcakes. I have a sterling silver brooch, turquoise, gifted to me to someone on YouTube who's no longer with us. Oh, wow.
I did just sell a very gaudy Noah's Ark brooch that was about, it was huge.
And did it have like 2 of every animal pictured on it or head sticking out of it?
I think it had about 8 of the animals, but they were sticking their head out of every available window.
Wow. All right, so you heard it here, folks. Ugliest brooch contest to win a prize. Stuart, you want to be a judge with
Sure,
me?
is that on Monday, you said? I think I'll be available.
Monday morning. Ugliest brooch contest. Send me pictures of your what you feel is the ugliest brooch that you have. You must have it. I love Roadrunners. I don't think I have. San, you have a brooch? No, San doesn't either. I would have threw her out if she did. I'm just kidding. Watch the prize be a gaudy brooch. No, we don't have a brooch here. No brooches here. I do have prizes I've been wanting to give away now for months. All up there, I have that baby Squishmallow, that Dollar Shave Club kit, full kit. There's games up there. There's a whole bunch of stuff all up there. All prizes to give away. I like horses, gardens, hearts. I think I have an ugly one somewhere. Well, there you go. We'll make it a fun show. You're a brooch-free zone. Yes, I am. This house is brooch-free zone.
Yeah, I don't think my wife has ever worn a brooch that I know of. So
Yeah, I know Sandy hasn't. Well, all right. Yeah, because a brooch is a pin. My wife Sandy likes to wear scarves. I saw Debbie and Max sell this thing. It looked like a giant ring. It was metal, and you put the scarf ends through it, and it kept it. So you don't have to tie it. So technically, that's not a brooch. And I don't even know if she has that piece anymore. I have a nice nativity one I put on my winter dress coat. Wow, you are the first to admit, Christy, that you will wear a brooch. Yeah. Yep, it's a big pin. I have a couple ugly belt buckles that came in a lot. I've worn like a Christmas one a few times. Oh, second one. Now they're all admitting. Here we go.
that, I guess that is the one time I do see people wear brooches is Christmas. You do
Christmas,
see
yeah.
snowmen and Santa Claus and
Yep.
activities, and so.
Wow. Yeah, I know Brandon sells a bunch of them, and then the Treasure Hustlers, they're on Whatnot all the time. I think they have one show where they do a lot of brooches all the time. And then they have another show on Whatnot that's just regular stuff, I guess they sell. But yeah, so what do you have planned for the rest of the day there, Stuart?
Well, my wife's got a new car coming at 12:30 today. She got a new Volkswagen Tiguan through Carvana. So,
Cool.
So I'll indirectly get a new car because I'm getting her old car. So I guess that's exciting. And
Nice.
then the 2 daughters who are in Spain, they finished up their hike today. They made it to Santiago. They were hiking the Camino de Santiago, trail. They walked 500 miles in 30 days, so they made it through pink eye, sprained ankle, infected toes, food poisoning.
Wow.
Had all kind of stuff like that happen, but they made it, and they were very excited to finally be there. And they're going to spend 3 days in Santiago, then 3 days in Madrid, then they'll be home Sunday night. So we're looking forward to seeing them because we haven't seen. Well, I mean, we've talked to them on FaceTime, but have not seen them in person in
Right.
35 days now. So
I've seen a couple of their posts on Facebook with their accomplishment. They have stories to talk about for years and years now.
Yeah,
that trip.
I think my daughter posted something this morning that, it was the most unique, if not, strenuous vacation she's ever been on, to walk basically what would normally be a day trip if you did it by car. So, which I don't know, 500 miles, that's, that would, yeah, you could do that in a day easily. But
Yeah.
yeah, they had an awesome time, and just what a great experience to be able to do when you're that age. So, but
Right.
they stayed in hostels every night. For the most part, I think there were maybe like 2 nights on the whole trip they got a bed and breakfast Airbnb room so they could have a little more privacy. But for the most part, they were just staying in the state-run hostels every night.
Nice. Very nice. Well, if anybody has anything they'd like to promote or their channel or whatever, just put the link in. Put the link in the chat. You are welcome to do so. And anybody has anything that they're doing, any shows they're on, like I said, tomorrow, swap meet, 10 a.m. Come on in. Everybody's welcome. Sell 1, 2, or 3 items. And then we'll go to the next person and the next person. If you're new, we'll help you get through it. It's not hard. It's easy. If you don't want to be on camera, just aim your camera down. And then somebody said, Paul, it's a laptop. I can't aim it down because then I can't see anything else. So it's just true. But we'll help you get through it. And then Thursday is List Perfectly. Clara will be on from List Perfectly. Can't tomorrow, first day of school. Yeah, I know. First day starts tomorrow here. But Jerry, just answer your text too that I sent you. I think it was last month or something. No, just a couple of days ago. Not
Hey,
sure.
Clark, you care real quick? I'll share my screen and show this awesome picture that my daughter just sent me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see which one I'm going to share here. Let's see, where is it? Now I got to find the right screen here. What did I do with it? I think I may have accidentally closed it. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that.
All right. I have a Zoom meeting in an hour and a half with the retirement club for my previous employer. We met once a month and have a guest speaker. Soon we'll be getting back in person meetings. Wow. A retirement club. That's interesting. Sandy and I have had some retirement meetings with insurance people or our investor guy there, and it's not as easy. We thought it would be, well, you retire and that's it. No, you got to do this, that, and the other thing.
So is
Where is that? That's in Spain?
Yeah, so that's the cathedral at the end of the 500 miles. That's the cathedral that's in Santiago. And I mean, this particular trip, we're not Catholic, but it's a big Catholic pilgrimage for a lot of people. And, so a lot of people, it's a real spiritual journey for them. My daughters just did it because they like to hike, and but they were still considered pilgrims on the trail. And I think, they have a big mass for all the people at some point during the day who've just finished the trail. So, but yeah, you can tell they're excited to be finished.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
But yeah, what a cool church. And there's how far they walked, and that's how long it would have took if they drove it.
Wow.
So they started in France here and then walked all the way to almost to the coast.
Wow. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool stuff. Yeah, the cathedral is nice looking.
So yeah, that'll be an adventure that they'll, have for the rest of their life now.
Yeah, absolutely. Something to tell the kids.
Yeah, of course, when I was growing up, people didn't do that sort of thing. I mean, unless you were really rich, I guess, you didn't have all the study abroad opportunities because one of the daughters who was in the picture, I mean, she spent 7 months in Chile doing study abroad when she was at Ole Miss, and then she's also been to China for a month. And you know, I mean, the only time I've been out of the country is when I've been on cruises.
Right. Wow. Well, I mean, I remember back in the day, you hear people, their kid, whatever, was going to Europe or whatever, and they were going to hike over to Asia or something like this. Like, really? Or hitchhike. You know, they hitchhike here and there and everywhere. These days, I mean, even your two daughters, they're walking and stuff. It's pretty, the climate, I guess you would call it. Not the weather climate, but you know what I mean. It's kind of dangerous out there in some parts of the world these days.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess there's risk in everything you do, but I mean, that particular hike in general is really safe. I mean, there's a lot of people, you know, on the trail, and
Oh, okay.
it's probably no more dangerous than going and hiking in the Smokies up here, you know. And but yeah, I don't know how many. I think like 400,000 people a year do that hike. Is what we read on Wikipedia.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Now the crowds were held down some while they were there just because of the heat wave. It was supposed to be a really busy time for this because it's some type of holy year in the Catholic Church, but due to the heat wave, I think a lot of people canceled.
Wow, that's interesting. Could be, Yvonne. Could be.
And you know, we've tried to raise all our kids. I mean, we got 4 kids, and they're all very independent. And you know, I guess you know, if you just look statistically, the chances of something happening doing different things is pretty slim. You know, you probably have a better chance of getting killed in a car wreck every time you go out than, you know, of anything bad happening and doing any particular other thing. So,
Yeah.
you know, doesn't mean something couldn't happen, but you know, I don't know. I'm glad they want to live their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Very cool. How's the mall going? The booths? All 6 booths at the various malls.
They're all going really well. You know,
Nice.
I think I mentioned when I was on last week, July was one of our best months ever across the board at all 3 locations. Seems like normally I'll do really well at one location, you know, okay at another one, and then just, you know, not as good at the other, you know, the third one. And it varies which one's the best. But this last in July, they all did really well.
Nice. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I wanted to start looking. That's another reason I did auctions on eBay, so I could free up some time to work on some other stuff during the day. And I wanted to start looking like, are there any in New Hampshire where I'm looking to live? Because the closest ones that I know of are in Maine or New Hampshire, but on the coast. So Route 1, you drive all the way up the coast. And I mean, granted, from where we're going to be staying with my son, and to go to Maine, it's only an hour. I say only an hour. It's like only an hour. For me to get to Jerry's house is only an hour. And he's in Orlando, and I'm like, you know, the next town over. It's crazy. Love to travel. Been to 9 countries so far. Looking to add a few others. Cool. Haven't been to too many countries. I was thrilled to go on a mission trip to Alaska. Just sad to have had it cut short by my son's fatal accident. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear
Sorry
about
to hear that. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I can't either. That's bad. Wow. All right, everybody. I am going to end it here so everybody can start their day, including myself. And so sad, brand. So thank you for coming in. Don't forget tomorrow, if you want to come in and sell some stuff, 1, 2, 3 items, you can do so. 10 o'clock, swap meet. And then I will be on with Laura and Melanie at, I believe it's either 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, selling some stuff. I'm in the liquidation frame of mind, I should say. And then Thursday, List Perfectly will be on the show. And I'm working on more guests. I've reached out to, I think, 8 more companies, different companies, about coming on and talking about their company and how it can help people increase their online reselling business. So you never know what Paulie's got up his sleeve. And I will work on a thumbnail for the World's Ugliest Brooch contest for a Monday show. That should be interesting. So send me your pictures, photos, JPEGs. Just send, you can put them in the chat or after the show's done. My email's on there already, I believe. If not, it is now in the chat.
That show has the potential to be epic, Paul.
Yep. And are we going to be able to contain ourselves, seeing how ugly some of these things are?
Well, thanks for letting me come on, and have a good day, and see everybody.
No, thank you. Thank you for coming on, as always. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Bye,
You too.
everyone.
Take care. All right, everybody. So till we meet again tomorrow, as I always say, thank you for your support. Please share, subscribe, like the video. And of course, Maddie says hello. I got to get a new Maddie picture. Take care, everybody.